to do a quick-ish tutorial, and it is going to be mask making. Now, I'm thinking maybe 30 minutes, so I'll try and get as quickly through what I need to do before we start. So the kit I am using today is Amanda Charlesworth's Scrimplingmommy, and it is the English Garden. I chose it because there's so much choices in the papers. So I have printed them in various sizes and transparency, so this is like 50% of that. So it just means it's easier for a background for journaling. Then we'll get this one. I have done 2 to a page. That one is what I used on the background here. That's also at 50% transparency. And as I said, there is so many different papers that you can use with this kit. That is stunning. This one, I can't remember if that's that's a 50% transparency as well. That's the full 100%. The colours are beautiful and just very, very spring-like, which is why I have chosen it. Now you've got this one as well, which has got the old style washing jug. Then you get your teapot, your teacup. You've got a vase with some flowers in it. That's another 50% transparency at 2 to a page. That's the full size one at full strength. That's at 50%. So as I said, I really did just do an absolute mountain of papers in all different sizes, different transparency. That's gorgeous as well. So what we're doing mask make wise today is, let me see if I can find a place of this. Put it behind me for the moment. So what we're doing is corner pockets. Now I made these, I think they're 5 by 5 if I'm right. Got inches on this, yep. Maybe it's 4 by 4 then. Might be 4 by 4 because it's just over 3.5, and I've obviously got the tuck for gluing it into your journal. This one is very simple. I've just put a bit of one of the papers down, another little scrap of paper, there's a little bit of lace there, not much, just a tiny wee bit. I have done one of the pockets. I've fussy cut out one of the embellishments, which is the teacup, and it is reduced ridiculously, so it was tiny. We've used one of the wee butterflies, one of the stamps, tiny little label. As I said, I ranged these in sizes so they would fit this style of journal, and I've just put a few little bits in the pocket just so you can see. But as I said, you can use any of the kits for this, any of your scraps, they'll all work. And a couple of these little flowers were from my stash, and a little bit of diamante trim. This one's a little bit more fussy. I think we'll get 3 bits in there. So what I did was I stamped the background with a dark navy ink, which, to be fair, I think I would have rather stamped off first, but it is what it is. I used another one of these smaller pockets, a few of the tickets and stamps. I have got a little bit of muslin or cheesecloth. I have used one of the embellishments like the coin, but I have used a scallop punch, one of the larger butterflies. I cheated with quite a few of the butterflies and used some stamps, so they're not the exact same shape as Amanda had on her kit, but it's your kit after you purchase it. You can alter them as you see fit, as my fussy cutting nowadays is not great at all. A few of these wee flowers from my own stash and another little bit of yellow trim. This was yellow sari silk that I've had for years and years and never used it, but I just thought with it being a darker yellow, it kind of picked up some of these yellow tones in the kit, so that was why I put it on there. And again, just a few little extras from the kit just added into the pocket, and again these were scaled down dramatically, but you can make them your own sizes, just work about with them. And as I said, I don't even have a journal page available, but for instance, if this was your journal, which is an A5, you would just put it on the corner and then you have got another pocket there to do what you like with. And we'll have a range of different sizes today, and I might even do one like up the way so you can put in papers, or if I do it both ways, you can put some larger papers, so we've got a tuck spot at the bottom and a tuck spot at the top, so they're not going to flap out. But we'll see what happens. To save time, I have cut a few little beginning triangles. Some I have used my tearing ruler, so there's a bit of an edge to it, and some are smaller than others, but we'll just see where we get to today. So for doing this, I'm just bringing in my Old Faithful. We'll use this one. This one is a bit busy, so I'm not sure if I want to use that or not. I don't think I will, to be fair. I think we'll try and stick to the more muted. So I'm going to take this down to 5 by 5, I think, and we'll have a big chunky pocket. And with the scraps, I'm just putting them back in this wee tub because they can do as layering up later. Then all I'm doing is putting corner into my guillotine, pull the other corner out, just keep making sure they're lined up perfectly. If they're not, don't worry about it, you'll get by. Then we have got 2 starter pockets. Now to get the actual sides for gluing into your book, just bringing this in. Main reason is I can't find my small trimmer, my small, what do you call it? Words escape me today. Scoring board. There we go, that's the word I was looking for. So I'm just scoring to turn it around, whoops, and do another 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to do it at this side this time. So I'm just putting it on the 1/2 inch. Doesn't have to be perfect, so don't worry. And then just find your score line and score down. I'll just lock that so it's not flapping about. So that's us got my score lines. So I just tuck them in. And we'll burnish them. My other silicone burnisher is in my living room, because that's been where I've been working, doing my card making over the winter time. But I've cleared out a bit of my bedroom now. Oh. And I have got a wee bit of craft space again. Then we're going to cut the bottom part. So if I, let me see if I can zoom you in a wee bit. Zoom in again. Right, there we go. So if you can see this little corner here, we are going to cut to the X in the middle and then turn it round and do the same again, cut to the middle, take that away, and all that does is just make it a bit neater for when you are gluing it in. It's not going to be bulky. Then for these sides you just do the same, come in at the corner and just snip a bit off, come in at the corner, snip a bit off, and it's so simple. So let's do this one while it's all sorted. So I have got a plethora of stuff cut. This is my little scrap box. I've got some flowers, some little gems, bits of ribbon slides, some ribbons, some twine, some muslin, some lace, literally a little bit of everything. Then I have got, from the kit, little pockets that are all scored, ready to go, so we're not wasting time today. I have got all our little labels, our little banners, they're all in there, some stamps, some tickets. These are the larger pockets, which we probably won't be using today. There's some tags in there as well. That's also from the kit. And then I've got this little box here, which is probably where we'll be working from mostly today. And that has got all our little bits and bobs. That's the little teacups that I was talking about that I had scaled down. We've got them at tiny stage. We have got some little flashcards. So we have got a good amount of things to play with today. So let's get cracking. I am going to set my timer for 30 minutes and we'll just see how far we get in 30 minutes. So let me take that down. Take that to 30 minutes. Start. Okay. And we'll just see how far we get. So we'll just move that to the side just now. Bring this one in. And we are going to start, I think, with a scrap of paper. That's usually a good jumping off point for me. So I have got this. Not sure that's going to work. So I think I'll bring in the yellow from the kit. Right. I've got a bit of yellow here. Saves me having to cut down from the full size. So I am just going to use my tearing ruler. Now I'm not great with this one. I actually prefer using my Tim Holtz Decal Edge. But that's also in my living room. So I'm just tearing down, and then I am just going to tear a little scrap there and tear a wee bit there, and we'll just see, as I said, how far we get. So bring that in. That's too high for me, so we'll just chop it down a bit. That seems fine. I think I'll use my Sahara Sand. That was what I was using well, I used crumb cake. I think that might actually be nicer. Sahara Sand seemed to come out a bit dirty, if I would say it that way. It was quite mucky looking. So just let me try and grab a hold of that. Come on, you. Out you come. No, that's not it. Where the hell is that? Crumb cake? Maybe that's how I didn't use it, because I can't find it. Oh, that's bizarre. Let me see, smoky slate. Crumb cake. Do you know why? The label's turned a turquoise colour. So that's how I couldn't see it. I haven't actually used these inks in forever. Ugh. Open. So it might be a bit on the dry side. We'll just need to wait and see. Nope, seems okay. I don't want to go too dark on it. Just so that adds a wee bit of depth. I'll just add a wee bit extra at this side. There we go. But I just keep that opened up there just now, so that I don't need to keep opening and closing it. I'm going to put it that way, I think. And I'm just going to use my Nouveau. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I've only been using it a few days. I just like the accuracy of the tip without having to add the metal one that we get with my glitter glue, which I do love, but it can be annoying at times. So that's that bit on. Then I want a little bit of lace or trim, so I'm going to pull out this, and we will go with this. Was actually a bit of trim I dyed last night just to go with the yellow of the kit, so I'm just going to use a tiny little bit of that because I only just want it peeking out. I don't want thousands of it. And then I've still got some of this sari silk, so I'm just going to take a little bit of that as well. And this is the seam binding, the seam of it, so it's not easy to tear down as much. But we'll see where we go. So I'll put that up there, and I want to just tuck that in behind it. I'm just fraying it up a little bit more. There we go. So if I put that like that, I don't even know if this is for fabric, but I'll soon notice when it doesn't stick. Whoops. So I'm just going to place that there, coming up the way. It dries clear, so I'm not fussed in that regard. And I'm just going to put a little bit here with this cheesecloth. I can actually bring that down a wee bit and crease it. Behave. There we go. That's fine for me. Then I want a little pocket. You don't have to put pockets on every single one of them. I just think they're quite cute on there, especially these little tiny ones. So again, they're all ready just to stick down, so I am just adding a little bit of glue here and there. Oops, not inked it. I knew I would do something silly. So let's get it inked first. And I'll put that just about here. That's perfect. And I would like maybe a wee bit of book paper there, but I don't have any, so I have got Bible paper, which will work the exact same way. And if my dad sees this, he would lose the plot, I think, tearing up his sacred book. But it's an old one, and it would just be going to landfill, so I am just going to tear a little bit. Put that in there. And I want to tear that. And then I'm tearing across the bottom because I don't want that white bit. Tear that wee bit off as well. And that's why I like these pockets, because you can literally, oops, that was two. You can literally just make it up as you go along. That's perfect for me. These can go in there because I will use them. And just light-handed with the glue because it's such a fine paper. Whoops, the daisy. So just making sure that I can see the bottom of that yellow one, because I don't want to cover it all. That's the point, is I want to see everything that's on it. Right, then we'll go to embellishments. So let me see. I don't want anything too obstructive because I've already got quite a bright pocket there. They don't fit in there, so let's close that over and go to my small labels and things. Where did I put that? Oh, there. Hopeless. So many little pockets, I can't find everything. That's me trying to be organised as well. So, I like these little admission tickets. So I think I'm going to use one of them. And I actually bought, after requesting somebody to advise me, hairdressing thinning scissors. And it's for cutting out stamps and things. But it also works great for these wee tickets to give you the serrated edge, which I love. So I'm back in it. I'm just using my crumb cake again. I'm trying to go as fast as I can, and it's just not working. My hands just are not playing ball. So what I might need to do is come back on Tuesday or do it in two parts. Let me just try and see if I can tuck that under there a wee bit. Yep, there we are. Admit one. Then I need something for along here. I'm thinking maybe one of the little tiny labels. It's got little numbers and things on it. Let's see. I think it would need to be the medium one, because the tiny one is literally toty. I don't think I've got one in between that. Oh, maybe I have. Yep, I do have. That's better, because I've actually got one even smaller than this. So we can put that aside. Tiny little bit of ink. Said I dyed a lot of things yesterday. I dyed some ribbon that didn't work. And I dyed that little bit of muslin. So when I went to bed last night, my hands were green because I had been dyeing blue and yellow. Right, so I'm going to go there with that. And then I think I'm just going to bring a little butterfly on, and then that's me done with this one. I think I will stick some things in the pocket, obviously. Little butterfly, come to mummy. There we are. So I'm just halving it in the middle, and what I do is just roll it over my finger, and it just gives it a tiny wee little bit of dimension without being over the top. Add a little bit of glue there and each side. Whoops. And I'm going to put it there, I think. And then I need a little bit of diamante trim down the centre of it, because that's just the way I work. I just like that little bit. That's it there. Yep. Let me grab my tweezers. And let's hope this works today, because I had to unblock it yesterday. It does. And that's just glossy accents so that it sticks where it's meant to stick. And it's literally 2 little bits of rhinestones. I just get these off AliExpress or Temu. You can sometimes pick them up cheap enough on eBay. I have literally a tub of them that I just break them all up once they come in. So there we go, that's the actual decoration of it. And we'll just add a couple of wee bits into the pocket and we're done. So let me just see what I've got here. And if you can hear any noise in the background, it's my kids. They're probably fighting over the PlayStation, to be fair. We'll use that one. We'll use... I should have a blue ticket somewhere in here. Not that's there. Use that. That might be a bit big, so we might need to use the one under that. Yep, I'll use the one under it. And use that. So again, just inking the edges of these. This big one I'm actually going to rough up a little bit. Just putting it in my hand, wiggle it about, just breaks the fibres up, but it also gives you a bit of texture on top. And then if you ink over the top of that, you actually see the crease lines, and it just makes it look a bit older than it actually is. You don't need to ink everything, it's personal preference. I do actually have distress oxides, and I really should be pulling them out to use them. But obviously it's trying to preserve a bit of working space, because if I keep putting things out, I end up with no space to work in, which is pointless. So let me just see if I can get under that bit of muslin. There we go. Then we'll have a ticket going that way, and then we'll have a wee bit of flowers in the centre, and that's that one done. It's ready to go into your journal. So that's one done. Let's do another. So this one was the one that we tore, and to be honest, I'm just going to wing my 1/2 inch rather than having to pull out my scoreboard or anything. But if you feel that you would like it more exact, feel free to pull it out. So then we are just going to do exactly as we've done before. Cut up to the X. Do the same up here, trim away a bit, and the same at this side. There we are. Here for the bin. Just going to grab a quick drink. Oh. Right, round 2. So turn that over. Will we do it this way this time? Yep. Because these set ones aren't even. I think I've done 4 by 5. And what I'm going to do is zoom out again so you can actually see better. And you can see the mess. So let's start. We want a pale. So I think I'll actually start with a bit of Bible paper this time. Let me just separate them. So again, just tearing roughly. And I don't want as much as that. Take away the white edge. Put that there. And I haven't checked words or, because by the time I add other stuff, hopefully you'll be diverted that it is actually Bible paper. There we go. That's that one on. And I don't think I'm going to do a pocket in this one actually. I think I'm just going to do some decoration. So let's see. We've got that. Or we have this one. As I said, I've done them in lots of different sizes. I think I'm going to go with that one there. And because I haven't roughed the edges up, I'm just using the end of my scissors just to tatty it up a bit. Then I'm going to break up the fibres by juggling it about in my hands, and then we'll get a bit of ink on it. I'm going to actually tear this one in a wee bit. Okay, so just pull that part out. That actually looks as though there's been a staple or something there once upon a time. Then we'll just rough it up in my hands. Clear a bit of space because I don't want the fibres getting glued down. And I'm just going to add a little bit of colour to the top of this, just where the creases are. There we go. And we'll get that glued down. I'm going to add that little piece at this side. No reasoning, just feel like that's where I want it to be. There we go. And I'm going to add a couple of wee flowers at that side, I think. So bring in my little box of tricks. So I've got a white flower, I've got a little blue one, and I should have some smaller white ones in here. There's a little fabric one. Do that up that side. If I do that, I need to have 5. I can't have 4. So we'll do the 2 fabric up that side. Yeah, those are tiny paper ones. Get off. There we go. I don't even know if I want a bit of lace on this one, to be honest. I think I'm leaving the lace off this one. I want a bit of muslin. I think I'll put a bit of muslin under that side of flowers. Or I've got this little bit of canvas that could go under actually. Let's do that. And I'm doing it enough so that you can still see the paper at the bottom there. That's it. Then I am going to shabby this one up a bit with some ink. There we go. I'll put that there. This little blue one doesn't have a centre, so I need to find a centre for it. Put that, just tucking it under a little bit. And then I'm just going to put a wee splodge of glue there for this little one. There we go. Let me see if I've got a little centre for that. Too big. Sure I have tiny, there we go. That's perfect. Just a tiny little white. If I bring it up, you can see it's actually got a little bit of a pattern around it as well. So that's on there. Then we will stick these two down. 1, 2. And for their centres, I am going to use a little bit of Nouveau Crystal Drops. And it's like a rose gold colour, I think. What colour is it? Copper Penny. That'll do fine for me. I'm just adding a little dot at the centre. And they look fine. And lastly, I am just going to add a little bit of a label or a number here. Or a wee stamp maybe. Might be both. If I can get it opened, that is. Let's see. Journal. And just a tiny stamp there as well. Again, I'm just going to ink them a little bit. So I'm going to put that just here, just a slight angle, and we'll just ink this gently. Oops. A little bit of glue on that. And that can go across the way, just there, like that. And that's that one done. Bring it up so you can see it. Focus. I don't know why it's not focusing. But I will take close-ups of these and put them on my Instagram. So we've got that one. Let's see if we can get another one done quickly. So, let me see, this is a small one anyway. So again, I am just going to use my guesstimation scoring. Not exactly straight. That will do. Then we just cut at the B, cut up at the sides, and then we're ready to decorate. So this one I have got going that way because the jug is going up the way. So I've got this little bit of muslin that's sitting doing absolutely nothing. So that's going on. Let me just unravel it a bit and make it a bit more shabby. That's perfect. So I'm just going to add a good wedging of it across. So, and it dries clear anyway, so I'm not fussed if it's a little bit over, but it's not. So I've got that down. Then I'm going to get a little flashcard if I can, but I probably will need to. There we go. That's for 30 minutes up, but I'm going to finish this one. What will we do? We'll use this actually, I think that'll work. Yep, so what I'm going to do is just tail that down a bit. Like that. And I'll glue that around there so that can still be a little. In fact, I will just glue 2 sides. I'll just glue 2 sides so the whole side can be a tuck spot. So we're just, better ink it first. And I printed most of these on Navigator 120 GSM. I do have heavier cardstock that I got later, and I have got some of the embellishments on the card. So I'm just doing 2 sides. We will stick it down. I've still got some of the muslin showing at the side. I'm going to let that dry for a minute, obviously, before we try putting anything near it. Let me grab, what have I got here? That's a little teapot set thing, or teacup. Could put that on there. Quite like that. And again, I forgot to ink it. My brain is fried completely today. Oh, so I will be doing these on a weekly basis now. Might be more than 30 minutes though, because I never really get much done there. But hopefully the idea is that you pull all your embellishments out, you get all your bits that you're looking to add to it, and then whatever you're doing, you just cut your triangles, cut your main focus point, and then just work to embellish them. And you do as many as you can while you've got time to sit and play around. That is basically the whole concept to this, and I will be doing that with lots of other little embellishments. Today, as I said, it was corner cluster pockets, but we'll be doing other things. There's a little stamp. No, I don't like that. Nope. What journal? There is other words. It wasn't just journal. There's memories and reflections. Let me see if I can find reflections. There's reflections, but it's in... That'll do. I just ink around it. And the brown actually goes quite nice with the blue, to be fair. I was a bit wary about inking with the brown on that, but it works. So I'm going to put that there, but again, I'm not going to glue where the tuck will be. So it's just the one end I'm really gluing down. So we'll go across the bottom, and then I'll do some at this side. And that still means that the pocket can be used. So I've got a larger stamp here. I think I'm going to add that in there. Just tucked in. And we have got some other bits and bobs. That. And there's one that's like a paper effect. There we go, that's it there. I'm going to put that one at the back, I think. And I will link these obviously, but just for quickness, I'm just showing you them in there now. And as I said, you could add flowers, you could add your rhinestones, whatever you wish. So I'll zoom you in again so you can see a bit closer up. So we have got that one, which is quite minute. Let me see, we'll have pull out my A5 paper so you can see the sizes of them. Oops, stay put. So that's the A5 size, so you can see it's quite minute. But I like that. I think it's quite pretty. And as I said, you could even add your muslin further round underneath the pocket again. Then we have got this one, which I did from this corner, and it's on the longish side. So you have got the full length of that pocket there. And then I have got the ones that I'd done before I came on. One, and there's another one of it. Oops, it's under here. And two. And we've got this one here as well. So that's on there, like so. That's the one that I inked and stamped the background. Absolutely fine doing that. And we've got that one there. Again, just using some of that coloured muslin to bring in the yellow. Don't be afraid to put a wee bit of colour in it. And then this one's quite basic. But if you've got a busy page, or even if you've got a blank style page, it means that you have got journaling space. You can write on it, you can stamp on it, you could put a photograph on it. It's giving you options of what you can do, and these can add in little notes about whatever the photograph or whatever is doing. So I hope you've enjoyed that. As I said, we only made 3 on camera today, which is rubbish for a mass making, but I'm hoping that it's gave you the inspiration and the know-how of how to accomplish it. And I've just put my finger in the liquid pearls, so I'll need to do that again. But that is our mass making journaling corners. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.